Celebrities whose parents were criminals. Leighton Meester. The Gossip Girl star's parents, Douglas J. and Constance Lynn, both went to prison for participating in an illegal international marijuana operation, specifically for smuggling 1,200 pounds of marijuana into the United States from Jamaica. They found out that they were having a baby while in prison. Constance Lynn Meester was allowed to give birth outside of prison in a Texas halfway house, but she went back to it shortly after. While she finished her sentence, Leighton was taken care of by her grandparents. Meester's family troubles didn't end there. Her maternal aunt, who was also involved in the drug smuggling operation, broke out of jail and became the first woman ever to appear on the U.S. Marshal's 15 Most Wanted list. Her brother Douglas Meester was charged with rape while attending the Air Force Academy, but the charge was dropped in a plea deal in 2004. Woody Harrelson. Harrelson's father, Charles, was a convicted hitman who died while serving a life sentence in prison. Actually, the first assassination of a federal judge in the 20th century was carried out by his father. That's not all. At one point, he also participated in an armed robbery and was even rumored to be involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The actor says that he didn't see or hear from his father since he left the family in 1968. And the first time he heard of him is when he was arrested for the murder of Judge John Wood. Terence Howard. Terence Howard has a dark history with his father starting from an early age. His father, Tyrone Howard, tormented and mistreated him on multiple occasions. At the age of 2, while waiting to sit on Santa's knee in a shopping mall, a fight broke out between Terence's father, Tyrone, and another man, who accused them of getting in line. The fight ended with Tyrone stabbing the man many times with an unknown sharp object. The case would be later known as the Santa Line Slaying. The man would die from his injuries and Tyrone would serve 11 months in prison for manslaughter. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves has an extremely strained relationship with his father, Samuel Reeves. When Keanu was a boy, his father was arrested in the Hilo International Airport while trying to sell heroin. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison but got out on parole after only serving 2 years. Reeves' mother was a former Paris showgirl who raised Keanu and his siblings on her own for the most part. His father also admits that he spent 20 years battling a heroin addiction, which made him estranged from his family, leaving them before even Keanu started school. Jamie Foreman. Jamie's father, Freddie Foreman, was a legendary gangster known as the Godfather of London, who was also a member of the infamous gang The Firm, run by the notorious Kray twins. Freddie was accused of several murders, but was charged and sentenced to 10 years in prison for disposing the body of Jack the Hat McVitie. Later, Freddie was imprisoned again for 9 years for being part of the Shoreditch Security Express robbery. After that, Freddie confessed to the murders of Frank Mad X-Men, Mitchell and Tommy Ginger Marks as well. Tyga. The rapper admitted that he never met his father, Stevie Stevenson. The musician's father is currently serving life in California's Solano State Prison. Shortly after Tyga was born in 1989, Stevenson left the family before being imprisoned in 1991 due to kidnapping charges and more. Diddy's father died when he was just 3 years old, and for much of his life he believed that he died in a car accident. However, Diddy later learned that his dad died during a botched drug deal, possibly while working for Frank Lucas, the notorious Harlem heroin trafficker dramatized in the 2007 film American Gangster. Lily and Alfie Allen. Lily and Alfie's father, Keith Allen, is a pretty well-known British actor himself. However, he had a history of troublemaking for his entire life. As an adult, Keith has been arrested a few times and even spent time behind bars for various things, usually involving drugs and alcohol and different forms of vandalism and violence, including spending time in prison for damaging the Zanzibar Club in the 80s. Kelly Pickler. Kelly Pickler is a country music singer who rose to fame by appearing in American Idol and Dancing with the Stars. The singer has a rocky upbringing. Both of her parents were absent for the most part of her childhood, leaving her with her grandparents. Her father, Clyde Pickler Jr., had a long battle with alcoholism leading up to multiple arrests like stabbing a neighbor and stealing vehicles, which led to spending 3 years in prison. In 2013, her father was declared a fugitive by the state of Florida after missing a check-in with his probation officer. Despite all of this, Pickler has remained supportive of her father, trying to repair their relationship, and they stayed in touch until his death in 2019. Toby Maguire. Toby Maguire's father, Vincent, was arrested back in 1993 for robbing a bank. Admittedly, the reports are pretty vague about the incident, and Maguire has never disputed it. Maguire's dad, Vincent, allegedly robbed the bank without a mask in broad daylight, leaving with a bag of money. For his crime, Vincent was jailed for 2 years. Hope Solo. Hope's father, Jeffrey, was in prison for embezzlement at Walla Walla State Penitentiary when she was conceived during a conjugal visit. Years later, after her parents separated, Jeffrey took her and her brother to a baseball game and ended up kidnapping them for several days. Eventually, Jeffrey was arrested and charged for taking the children. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan's father has had numerous encounters with the law, ranging from drunk driving to drug possession. It started in 1990 when he was convicted of insider trading and spent 3 years in prison. He was sent back again to prison on numerous occasions for charges ranging from a violation of probation to the aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. Moreover, he had faced multiple arrests for domestic violence and for trying to profit off a recovering patients. Kevin Spacey. The actor didn't actually talk about these accusations or about his past. He has distanced himself from his family, changing his last name to his mother's maiden name and refusing to speak out about his father. His brother Randall has spoken at length about how their father was a Nazi sympathizer that would dress up like Hitler. Randall also claimed that their father would sexually abuse him and another family member when they were children. Drew Barrymore. The Hollywood star has experienced a very public, tumultuous life since she was a child. John Drew Barrymore, her father, also had a respected career as an actor, but it was all lost due to facing several legal issues related to drug abuse, public drunkenness, and domestic violence from the 1950s through the 1960s.